morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow brand ambassadors, and hopefully new people in the house. Thank you once again for joining. Guys, as you can see, the house is full. The building is actually busy, so I am very excited. You are, of course, I think so. And of course, all of us are excited. So without any waste of time, I just want to present to you our great leaders. Where actually do I start from? Let's hear from Red. Red, are you awake right now? I'm not sure, but you want to say hi.
Yeah, hi everyone. How you doing? Good to be here. Yeah, not much sleep in the Redfern household has been had over the last 24 hours. Through excitement and obviously a long session last night with our CEO Ashmi Farah. But wow! Exciting times. Back over to you, Comfort.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Red. Thanks for joining. And of course, hi, Mike Ellis. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, no, thanks for inviting me, Comfort. Just very quickly, let me set the table. We're talking to individuals that are participating with ONPASSIVE and those individuals that are looking at ONPASSIVE. Maybe they haven't come in and started participating. What you're looking at right now, what's happening today and what's going to be happening in the weeks to come is revolutionary. It's never been done in the history of the world, never been done in the history of business. ONPASSIVE is a company that has a tremendous heart. Mr. Mufara, Ash Mufara, has a tremendous heart, and his goal is to help you. That's what ONPASSIVE wants to do. They want to change your life in so many ways, including financially. And Mr. Mufara has put in a structure with ONPASSIVE to make that possible for everybody. So as you listen to these great leaders here, we're going to be sharing a lot of things with you. They are pertinent to you. They will change your lives. They will get you to a place where you want to be, maybe a place you've only dreamt of, but with ONPASSIVE, it makes it available for everybody. So just set the table a little bit. We've got a lot to share with you, and these guys will blow the lid off it. You're going to love it. Go ahead, Comfort.
Exactly. Thank you, Mike Ellis. Of course, yeah, guys, go ahead and share. So it doesn't make sense that we bring all of the leaders and put here, and then we have nobody to watch. Just go ahead and share, be it on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever you are watching from. Hello, Bob. Welcome, bro. You need to unmute yourself. You need to unmute yourself.
I'm just excited,
I know.
Good to see you all. Good to see brother Red, Mike, Andy, my brother Colin, sister Comfort. It's good to be here. Remember, I always talk of that rumble. Remember the rumble that we hear from the distance? I think right now it is fair for us to say we can hear. It's almost like next door right now. I feel the excitement. When I woke up this morning and I saw the information about our links being available already out there, I went in and I clicked on that subscribe button and it took me somewhere else. That's what we've been waiting for. When you click that button and it takes you to that next page, you know that something is coming. And our founder, Mr. Ash.
That's enough for now. That's enough for now. So as a mother, what I have in mind this morning is like the legs of the baby are out, just the head is still somewhere around there. I don't know. So yeah. that's the picture I have right now. So Andy, is that you? Hi.
Listen, I'm just pleased I didn't have to follow Mike Ellis. Thank you, Bob. Fantastic. Okay. I am so excited. This is exactly what we want.
I know. So yeah, sure. Thank you. Collins, Mr. Mana, tell us, how do you feel? Welcome, bro.
Oh my God. There is really fire. I don't know. I just want someone to put it off, and even 10,000 people will not be able to put it off.
Well, hope you're
I'm burning now, and I'm just burning full of excitement. And I just hope everyone is seeing what I'm seeing, especially those who are coming in. I don't really care where you are watching from, but this is the time for you to take a look at ONPASSIVE. Honestly, exactly. This is just massive.
That's a big one. Of course, indeed, this is a time for someone to stop and finally have a look. So guys, go ahead and share for anybody of interest. This the information that is about to be shared now is very, very, very vital. So we would like to have our brother Mike Ellis to roll out first. Mike, tell us what you have in your mind this evening, please.
There's so much to talk about with ONPASSIVE and what's going on with Mr. Mufara, what he's sharing with us. Red had a session with Mr. Mufara last night. I don't know how long it went, but you probably just got up. It's a really exciting place to be right now, and I want to come at it at a little different direction, and it's a little different than what Mr. Mufara talks about. You know, when you listen to Mr. Mufara, he talks about the journey of ONPASSIVE, and ONPASSIVE is a journey, absolutely. But I think about it a little differently than he does. Maybe I don't know. I haven't talked to Ash about this, but as I look at ONPASSIVE, yeah, it's a journey, but I look at the adventure of ONPASSIVE. And I believe that adventure is one of those things that's built in the bone. It's in our very DNA. I think it's God-given. And I think if you don't have an adventure in your life, whether it's big or small, it doesn't matter. You have to have adventure in your life, or your life gets very, very mundane. It's like the days, they pile up, and one day looks like the last day. And all of a sudden you look at yourself and you're going, I'm just average and ordinary. I think adventure is essential to living. And when you look at ONPASSIVE, yeah, it is a journey, but it's also an adventure, and it's one of the big ones. Are there other adventures in life? Yeah, there are. But ONPASSIVE, it is one of the big ones. And I want to give you just a quick example of adventure. If you have boys in your family, just young boys, okay? When they wake up in the morning, they don't wake up and go, you know, I hope today is just mundane. I just want to be average and ordinary. That's not how they think. And when you look at boys, you might think they have a death wish, but they don't. They just want the adventure of life. And when they wake up in the morning, it is the adventure that gets their heart beating faster. They can't wait to get out and start that next adventure. And if you know anything about kids, let's say you've got a little boy, a little girl on a sideline, and they broke their arm, they're in a cast. You have to hold them back, because when they see the other kids in their adventure, they can't wait to get involved. And if you don't hold them back, they're going in cast and all. I think adventure is one of those things in life that if you don't have, you die just a little bit each day. And it's the same thing with men and women. There are some fine nuances between how men and women look at it, how boys and girls look at it. But if you don't have the adventure of life, you die a little bit each day. And that brings us to ONPASSIVE. As I look at ONPASSIVE 4.5 years ago, 5 years ago, and I came in and started to participate with ONPASSIVE, for me, ONPASSIVE, it was a little bit scary, and it was a little bit dangerous. And obviously, when you talk about little boys, if it's a little bit dangerous, that's even better. They love it. But as you look at ONPASSIVE, it was dangerous for me because, for me, time is the one element that is more precious than anything that we do. If you lose your time, you can't get it back. So ONPASSIVE, a little scary, a little dangerous, but as soon as I heard the vision of Mr. Mufara, I was in. And over the course of the last 4.5 years, it has been a journey, and it's been an adventure like none that I've ever been on. It has been so exciting. It has changed every day, every week, every month, every year, and it continues to do that. And then when you look at, if you look at ONPASSIVE, where we were and where we are today, what Mr. Mufara has done, it has changed in the last 4.5 years. What it was 4.5 years ago, yeah, it was good. It was really good. But what it is today will change your life in ways you can't even imagine. This is the adventure of ONPASSIVE. And I'm not going to go crazy and get into the next adventure of ONPASSIVE, because it would be another half hour. But I can tell you that the adventure that we've been into today, the last 4.5 years, it's been awesome. I wouldn't trade it for anything, because I have a view now of what's coming with the next step of that adventure. What's coming will blow you away. And ONPASSIVE, when they tell you we change lives around the world, it has gotten so much bigger than that. It not only changes lives, it changes families, it changes communities, it changes the way people look at their lives. And as you come in and you look at the adventure of ONPASSIVE, I want you to understand that the more you learn, the more you understand what Mr. Mufar and his team have done and are doing today, what these gentlemen and Comfort are doing right now. It is so much more extraordinary. And the next leg of the adventure of ONPASSIVE, yes, it is a journey, but not all journeys are an adventure. And ONPASSIVE, it's one of those big adventures and journeys that you're ever going to have in your lifetime. It will change everything. And when I think about it, and when you think about the journey and the adventure, understand this is really, really important. If you're on the sideline and you're looking at a journey or an adventure, if you don't jump in, if you don't jump into the battle, if you don't jump into the fray, if you don't come in and engage, it will pass you by. And I can tell you flat out, ONPASSIVE is moving so quickly right now. If you don't jump in, you will miss it. And in a year or 5 or 10, you're going to look back and you're going to go, what did I do? It is so powerful. And I know Red and Collins and Andy and Bob are going to get into some of the other things of ONPASSIVE. Listen to what they have to say very, very closely, because everything they have to say will impact you. It will show you the adventure that you're about to get into or you're already into and where it's going, at least as far as they can see it, because they can only see maybe 5 or 10% of what's coming. Marty DeGarmo puts it very, very well. Ash Mufar is at 50,000 feet looking down. He sees everything. Maybe we're at 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 feet. We see quite a bit, but we don't see the whole extent of ONPASSIVE. And I can tell you flat out, it's bigger, it's better, and it will do things in your life that none of us ever thought would happen, including me, including everybody here. So we are in an adventure. ONPASSIVE is one of those big adventures in life. It's not the only one. There are other ones that are bigger, but today we're talking about ONPASSIVE. It is absolutely awesome, and it's just getting started. Jump in and start to live. You live with adventure. When you have that in your life, life is just better. Go ahead, Comfort. I'll leave. There's a lot more, Comfort, but I'll leave it there for right now.
Oh my God. Listen, Mike, I was just like, oh, wow, what am I listening to? You know, I was just giggling when you were talking about the boys because my hands are full. I've got 3 boys and a girl, and it's not funny. And Peter Rogers is just relating to that. Tell me about it, Mike. My little boy just broke his arm. It's all about this adventure. If you've not yet gotten there and broken your arm yet, from what I understand from Mike, then you are not there yet. Guys, I just want to leave it open. Does someone just want to comment on what Mike has said before we move on? Red, are you in the mood now, Red, please?
I'm always in the ONPASSIVE mood, that's for sure. Yeah, Mike Ellis, one of the stalwarts of ONPASSIVE. Without Mike Ellis, really many of us wouldn't actually be here. You know, Mike has been one of the forefront runners as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned. He had the vision from day one, and all he's wanted to do is to spread that vision to as many people as possible. I personally thank you, Mike, for everything that you've done as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned. Your vision yourself has always impressed me by, like you said, we are at 5,000 feet, 2,000 feet, looking at what we can see. Ash sees a bigger picture. I think your vision of what you're seeing is a little bit bigger than ours, because you've been absolutely spot on all through your journey with ONPASSIVE of where this juggernaut of a company is going. Mike said earlier on that everything is done for you in ONPASSIVE. Absolutely is. And I'm going to bring you up to date with some really exciting something that's I've just seen literally before I came on here that I'm going to bring to you live in a moment. But before I do that, I just want to talk a little bit about the meeting we had last night with Ash Mufara. There's a few of us there, and we were with him live when he was rolling out the MyLinks section that were coded to us that were going live. really is the start of the next stage of ONPASSIVE, having the My Links section and also the promotional videos to go with that, going live, coded to every single user and founder in the ecosystem. This is a huge deal, guys. ONPASSIVE does everything for us. They do this. They give us the links. They give us the web pages. They give us the videos, all expertly put together, marketed, and they are of huge, high quality. Now, here is something else that I want to bring to the table. If you haven't done already, log into your ecosystem. Click on the invite tab at the top middle of your OES. There's a drop down now. I said it today on my live. You will be having templates coming done for you that all you have to do is put an email in. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they are there now live. Go and have a look. There is 4 or 5 normal templates for you there, and there is 2 video templates all written out for you. Your name gets auto-populated into it. All you have to do is put an email in there and press send. Everything is done for us. We don't even have to write anything. All we have to do is put an email in there. So why is our CEO doing this? Why is he doing all of this work for new people out there, the founders, the users? Because he wants all of us to prosper. He wants every single person that comes into the ONPASSIVE ecosystem to be able to change their lives. He is giving every single one of us the tools, the platform, the support, even down to everything else is done to make our lives better, to make our families' lives better and everyone else around us. He is doing all of this because he knows that the company is going to do very well, but he wants us to do very well as well. It's not all about how much money the company can make. It's about how much difference the company can make. That is the key thing here. We are not driven, ONPASSIVE is not driven by money. We are not driven by shareholders. We are not driven by corporate. We are driven by the value that we are giving to the people out there. We are driven about sharing the wealth. There's plenty to go around, guys. Look at billionaires. There's billionaires. Some are even trillionaires. Just imagine if they shared that wealth, what difference it would make in the world. We are lucky to have a CEO who doesn't want to be in that league. Does he want to be wealthy? Yeah, he probably does. But wealth is not necessarily a monetary thing. I have a very wealthy life, but I am not rich. And that's the difference. How wealthy is your life at the moment? How rich is it? Mine is very rich. Do we need money? Yes, we certainly do. And this is exactly what we're going to get from ONPASSIVE. We are going to fulfill our desires with money and with the riches that ONPASSIVE is going to give us. If you are wanting to do anything today, have a look at ONPASSIVE. Get back with anybody who is here, who has invited you. They will certainly point you in the right direction as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned. We are in such a lucky position at the moment. I was so fortunate last night to get some real insights of what is coming. We've just started. We've been saying it for a long time ago. We are just starting. Our CEO estimates that within 1 year, the foundership will be 1/10 of the total users in our ecosystem. So in round figures, that's 10 million people will be in the ecosystem within 1 year. Every single one of these people that are coming in now has to come in through a founder at the moment. And after that, they'll come in through resellers. but those resellers have come in under a founder, so it's part of your organization. Now really is the time to be a part of ONPASSIVE. We are in a unique, lucky, all these other words, position to be part of ONPASSIVE at the moment. The skies really are the limit. If you can think of anything to do with the internet and industry, ONPASSIVE have already thought of it and have a solution for it. This is what we do. We build solutions for problems that are out there. Anyway, that's it from me. I want to hand it back over to you, Comfort.
Of course. Thank you, Red. You just do it your usual way. And of course, over delivering the Mr. Mufara way. Thank you so much, bro, for the great updates. So, guys, again, I am just leaving it open. Andy, it's your turn now, please.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Do you know, I look at it from a slightly different perspective, and I'll explain what I mean. I've been in financial services for 35 years, but I've looked at various businesses over the years to try and increase my income, try and increase my standard of living. In every single case, there is something in there that I haven't been able to do or don't understand how to do because I'm not that way inclined. I'm a figures guy, I'm a numbers guy. So if I have something that I want to try and do, I have to try and learn about it. And if I don't, I get confused and it's not me. So what we have here is something that I've never been as excited as I am right now with what we have with ONPASSIVE, because this does the bits I can't do. It in effect does all of the little bits and pieces that I have no clue as to how to put together. And that excites me more than anything else, because I'm able to build a business without having the knowledge that I would need if I tried to set something up on my own. I simply don't have all of those capabilities to be able to do that. And what Mr. Mufara has done is enabled each and every single person to be able to build or create their own income, because they, the company, do the bits we can't do. Now, I love the fact that, you know, there are products that we've created that are far, far superior to what's available today. I love the fact that, you know, we have an email system, we have a social media platform second to none. We have a video conferencing tool that is just beyond belief in comparison to what else is available today. These things are going to help me to be able to build an income. But more importantly, we've seen, and we're all part of this because of our leader being Ash Mufara, because this man has a heart for humanity. Now, most of the people I speak to don't believe, why would you have a CEO that gives away this stuff? That doesn't make sense to me. Why would he do that? Because this man is not interested in being the next Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg, who has been corrupted by what's going on. This man wants to be able to create wealth for every single person that's tried to create wealth online and has failed. That's why I love this business, and that's why I love everything about the components that I don't understand. Thanks, Comfort.
Okay, thank you. I think you guys came really prepared. I'm just so overwhelmed. Thank you so much. So, guys, go ahead and share. This information needs to be digested by everybody. So, Brother Bob, it's your turn now.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Greetings from Bel Air again. It's good to see everyone. Brother Red, thank you for that brief summary. I haven't had a chance to follow you today. I've been working. I just got off work and joined this webinar. So thank you, Brother Mike and my brothers Collins and of course Andy. I'm going to be very honest with you, Sister Comfort. I'm going to give you my honest opinion how I feel right now.
Go for it, bro.
I feel that this is what is in my mind. In the very shortest future, maybe in the next few days or weeks or so, the world is going to find out that ONPASSIVE, our ONPASSIVE, is the greatest information system that has ever been created since the beginning of the information age. When we talk about information, computers and information processing, there is no system that I know of, and maybe my brother Collins will bear me out here, that we know of, that has been built and designed from the ground up, like what we are seeing, we're beginning to see roll out in front of our eyes today. ONPASSIVE is the most sophisticated system that we know. They have built it with the latest technology. Yes, some people will say artificial intelligence has been around. It is true. It's been around since the 50s and 60s. It is true. But there's no company that has used AI the way Mr. Ash has used it to build. So remember, there are about 10 or more different technologies within the artificial intelligence. When we talk about artificial intelligence in that framework, Mr. Ash Mufara has used every single one in all the products. There's a variation of, some have a couple of the technologies embedded within, others have one or two. There is a lot of programming that has been done to bring ONPASSIVE to where we see it. No company has done that. Yes, we'll look at Google, go back to 1998. We're not talking about AI in 1998. When Facebook came, we're not talking about AI around that time. No, it's just maybe around the past 10 years, but no company has sincerely done what ONPASSIVE has done. That is what is in my mind. That is what is coming forward to me, that the world is going to find out that there is a new sheriff in town. But Mr. Ash Mufara has done this diligently with the team in Hyderabad. Because number one, remember, we are in every country, maybe almost all countries, 20 countries plus. Compliance and security is the key. Mr. Ash has gone bent over backwards to make sure ONPASSIVE complies with every single local, national, regional compliance regulations. And I'll give you an example right now, which I think I've said this before. Red just left, or Andy is there, the people in Europe. I'm a security and compliance analyst, so I'm speaking from that perspective. There's a new regulation that just came out less than 4 months. It's called the Digital Operational Resilience Act, DORA. It's a European Union regulation, guys. It just came out. But when I looked at the stipulations within that regulation, I was so proud of our founder, Mr. Ash, because the way ONPASSIVE has been built from the ground up with security in mind, he complies with current and future regulations. There are about 5 or 7 stipulations there, and I looked at each one, and based on what I know how ONPASSIVE has been built, we got it covered. So that gives me the confidence to say that even regulations that will come in the future, please listen to me, even the regulations that will come in the future, the way Ash Mufara has built this ONPASSIVE, will still pass it when the regulators come in, And it takes time, guys. It takes time to build this. This is not a walk in the park. Wow. Based on what I know, and Collins will bear me out, this is a system that normally should take about 5 to 8 years to build. And based on what we know, I think the current scope of work has been done only within a space of 3 years. So one other thing that is going to be written about not only Ash Mufara and ONPASSIVE is the time technology guys are going to write. You guys are going to see a lot in technology magazines. They're going to commend Ash Mufara for delivering this product in the time that he used to deliver it. I have a lot to say, but to unpack it. I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. I'm just happy the way everybody is coming from their perspective and everything is just adding up. So let's hear from our brother Collins.
Wow. I said, everyone is just blowing my mind. I don't know what to say again.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can
Just
speak
smile
for
and
Mike
chill.
Ellis, Red Reverend, Andy, or Bob. It's just like my mind is just flying. Because what
Yeah.
really brought me great joy is seeing ONPASSIVE growing from strength to strength. I remember when I joined ONPASSIVE, I said, ONPASSIVE will be the biggest IT technology company mankind have ever seen, and I've never changed. I said that because I saw the technology of ONPASSIVE. I saw when we had ONPASSIVE site where there was no name, no old mail, nothing. It was just, all those architectural design coming in. You can say this is a technology tool. And I said, my God, if they can integrate this, it will be the biggest. So I saw ONPASSIVE from the IT technology software development company, what they are trying to do. And I said, if Mr. Ashmofara deliver this, at that time, I've never seen Mr. Ashmofara. I was just saying, like someone who is, as I don't know anybody. I was just saying to myself, and I just went ballistic, started pointing people. I said, this is where your problem will be resolved. I don't care how long it will take to put this, but if they deliver this, mankind will remember ONPASSIVE forever. And now we started seeing ONPASSIVE growing from strength to strength until there was products coming, stuff, and it blew our mind. I was just like looking at ONPASSIVE. The more you think you know, the less you even see. You think like, oh, I know this. Then Mr. I said, no, you don't even know half of what you are thinking. So even Mike Ellis said, we know 10%. I'm saying I know 0.001% because it's just crazy, really crazy to wrap your head around. And today I was like looking at what Mr. Ashfra is doing, signing partners. If you know what that means, I share with my brothers and say, you don't share partners like that. They must have seen something in you and you must have seen something in them. To put your signature on a paper means you said, I will deliver this. And deliver that means something. I know I don't really want to say it yet. When I think about this, it just gives me sleepless night. Sleepless night to go and sign partners with country. You have to deal. There must be a reaction and a counter reaction. You give and take. It's a give and take. And we are talking about 50%. Mr. Ashfra always say about this. People take it for joke. I don't even look at O Connect, O Tracker, or this. But when a country come and say, build a software for me, tailor it to my need, and then I show you the proof of concept, we call it in IT POC,
POC.
It's massive. It is massive. And when you deliver it, the proof of concept, they say, yes, we agree. Guess what will happen? I will not say it yet. Go and wrap your head around. It is massive. When Mr. Ashfra used to come and laugh and smile and say, we have just signed a contract, we take it for face value, but I go deep into it. I said, this is what we've been seeing in IT. When they come and say, we've signed it, means they've gone through the POC, proof of concept, this. And it means you build something, show them that we can deliver it for you. Is it AI? We can deliver AI for you. We've shown you the proof. So tell us what you can do. Tell us. We want something back before we give you this. And when the signature comes, I come and clap and say, we just delivered this 10 years contract, this. We take it for face value. It is massive. It's even bigger than O Connect. It is bigger than O Tracker. It is so massive. But it's a comfort. There's something I share with a lot of people. They said, why do we have 3 O Connect links in our back office, the video link?
Yep.
I said, have you copy it and paste? There are 3 different or 4 different videos. That is strategic marketing. Let me touch Mike Ellis' side. Because you need to give something. If this doesn't appeal to this person, this will appeal to the next person. It's for you to do it and share it. The videos are amazing. I've watched all of them. And it is tied to your link. Someone asks, oh, first time they used to say something. I've been clicking on my subscribe now, it's not working. I said, you know what is your expectation?
Right.
Because Mr. Ashmofara this expectation is true, Mr. Ashmofara. When you click, what are you expecting? What if you click, it take you to the dashboard? And that is the true expectation of the system. what you are expecting will fail, and you'll be so disappointed because what you think in mind is not the way the software works. So
Right.
let us wait for true expectation from Mr. Ash Mofara. Let it give us the thing. But now we click on it and it takes us to somewhere. But again, when we click it, it will take us to somewhere. But let us limit our expectation for what we can see, not what we just thinking on our own
my
mindset.
God.
So I'll leave this a comfort.
Wow.
Take it over.
So, guys, I thank you guys again for joining. I think it's daring enough for me to bring all the big brains around, to put them all here on the spot. Look at what we are receiving. I hope that everybody's able to contain this. However, we can't keep it to ourselves, guys. Just go ahead and share. Let people come and be part of this fun and joy. And of course, this privilege of facing our great, great leaders. So I know if we don't see Red, there's one thing. It could be that his network is not stable, but then he has obviously delivered and of course over-delivered. So we work on that and we work with what we have got. I would like to ask a few questions now, guys, because before coming here, if you saw my topic, I was laughing when Red was equally laughing, say, I don't know what she means by that. But then, I mean, just by what we're discussing now. My topic for today was that ONPASSIVE is not a get-rich-quick scheme before we broke up to the, or we woke up to the updates as of this morning. You know, but then we'll still comment on this in order to help people because from my perspective, I feel that how I understand it, I think that some people work a bit too hard. People have contacted me after watching some videos and say, you are saying something, but people who are presented ONPASSIVE to me, they're mentioning some figures that are impossible to realize. Is it true that we will make this? That's why I thought that we should discuss that it has nothing to do with that. And that was what Red just said before leaving, that it's not wealth, it's not everything about money and stuff. So we just want to use this opportunity again to redirect our family members in the house and whoever is interested. So if we're saying that it's not a get rich quick, can we use this to just discuss so that we give a bit more information to help our people how to go about what they should say if they want to share the opportunity? Mike, would you like to go first since you've been silent for a while?
Yeah, that's pretty easy to explain, Comfort. You know, when you think about ONPASSIVE and the journey, the adventure we've been on, ONPASSIVE, it is a brick and mortar store. Okay, it's not a fly by night. It's brick and mortar. We're in Dubai. We're in the Philippines. We're in Africa. We're in the United States. We're all over the world. And all the products of ONPASSIVE, they get built in these brick and mortar stores. And when you think about ONPASSIVE, no money changes hands until a sale is made, period. And it's a lot like traditional business. You have to make a sale in order to bring in income. Now, that's where the difference between the corporate world and ONPASSIVE ends. Mr. Mufara has done so many other things to benefit us. And the first thing he's done is he's brought us in with the understanding, if you engage, and you have to understand that if you engage, you have to do something. This is not a free lunch. But if you engage, ONPASSIVE will go to work for you. And as ONPASSIVE brings in customers, and ONPASSIVE markets for ONPASSIVE, but unlike other companies that take those sales, Ash spreads those sales out over those individuals that are participating with ONPASSIVE. So in time, you get sales that land in your organization. Whether you make the sale, whether ONPASSIVE makes a sale, you get a commission for that. But you get a commission because there was a sale. There's nothing free here. So when people talk about ONPASSIVE as a get-rich-quick scheme, it's just foolish. Number one, they're showing their ignorance because they don't know anything about ONPASSIVE. They don't know about the history of ONPASSIVE. They don't know how it's been developed and built. And once you start to understand how the structure has been built by Mr. Mufara, you start to understand that, yeah, it's unique, it's revolutionary. And Mr. Mufara was thinking about me. How can I come in and make a difference in my family in the corporate world? Well, I can't build a business. I can't put ads on the Burj Khalifa. I can't put ads in the ONPASSIVE metro station. I can't do any of these things, but ONPASSIVE, it does it for us. Now, when I say that, don't misunderstand me. ONPASSIVE is going to take a lot of that money to run the company. It's going to be around 50-50, I think, maybe 52, whatever the numbers are. It's going to be very, very healthy for both parties. And Ash has to do that. You have to support ONPASSIVE. Brick and mortar store, they have bills they have to pay. So when you start to talk about the get rich quick scheme, Comfort, for me, people don't ask me that anymore because they know what they're going to get and they're not going to like it. But it really is, it shows the ignorance of an individual. And most of those individuals aren't in ONPASSIVE. They haven't followed the journey. They don't know what's happening. And if you knew what was happening today, you would rush to get in with Comfort, be a independent reseller of the IT product with Comfort or anybody else here, because it is just starting. And what's going to be happening over the next weeks, months, and years, it's going to change all our lives in a very, very profound way. I know we're not supposed to talk about money, so I won't right now. But if I get another round, I'll talk about money a little bit. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, sure. We'll definitely get you to say that. At least we know that we join business for money. However, so no harm in talking about it in the most careful way, Mike. Yeah, so you can do that in the next round if you want.
Yeah, I won't do it now. And it really, it's indirectly. And Andy would understand this very, very well. When you start to understand the numbers of ONPASSIVE, you start to understand what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you. And Andy knows that better than anybody because he knows numbers better than anybody in ONPASSIVE. So, but yeah, I'll leave it there, Comfort. But ONPASSIVE get rich quick scheme, it's just ignorant.
Yeah, thank you for making this clarification so that it helps. And of course, I think we'll start ignoring some of those questions too, because sometimes they are a bit offensive. But then we're moving on, however. So, guys, Andy, I would like us to.
Before you jump in, I'm sure Maddie want to come in quick.
Guys, look at what we have here.
We have nothing but trouble here. That's what we got. I can see that. I can see that.
All right. Where do we go from here right now? You are welcome, brother.
Are you guys still live?
Definitely, yes, we are.
Oh, okay, I gotta watch what I say then, huh?
You
So are
certainly
you watching
do.
or are you saying something now that you're here?
I need to stay focused, right, Bob? Just
Yes,
kidding, Bob. I'm
you
joking,
better
Bob.
not
Yeah.
provoke the wind to blow because you don't know what someone may
You,
see
you,
there right now.
you have no idea what you might see. That's right.
The wind's blowing.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for joining. So just take a seat and settle in while we go around. Of course, we're coming back to you. So while Marty was joining Andy, I wanted us to go back to really quick to what Mike Ellis just said earlier on, because on the one hand, he says it's all done for you. However, you need to engage in order to make commission. Is everything adding up here?
One of the genius things that I love about this business is that, unlike anything else you've ever seen, if there's a commission that comes into your kitty, you never lose it. But let me take it one stage further. You're going to have guys that come into this business to make use of ONET or OMail or the other free products that we have. And they're just going to look at those free products and go, this is great. I love this. We've got an email system that has text to speech, speech to text, no spam. Fantastic. Love it. But they're going to see coins dropping into their wallet. And every single person gets curious. It's like, hold on a second. How do I get that out? What do I have to do to get that money out? Now, there's two things. You've got withdrawal credits and non-withdrawal credits. But ONPASSIVE will show them what they need to do. In other words, activate your account by buying a product. You become a reseller for that product. And by the way, you can then take out some of the credits in your wallet. Simple. But as more and more people come on board and more people register just to use the free products, they will start to see coins falling into their wallet as the customer base grows. But as we've said, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You have to have a customer base to be able to have or draw an income from the commissions that are being built up.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most important things, however, is you never lose that commission. It never goes anywhere else. It will stay with you until you decide whether you wish to activate your account or not. If you don't, it stays there. Your choice, not a problem. But this is the genius of the business model that has been designed specifically for every single person to be able to create an income if they so desire. Thanks, Comfort.
Thank you so much, Andy. So, Marty, as you were joining in, of course, the topic for today was just to clarify to people, for us to know that it's not a get rich quick. We know that people are going to be fine. Lives will never be the same again. But then it's not all about money, but value. So I'll just ask you a question, Marty, based on what I was listening to you say today and what you and other leaders have been saying. You said this afternoon that you don't have to, or you don't even need at all to market ONPASSIVE because we have all the tools and services to use. But then if you want to share one of those tools that you have in your hands, you might want to add one or two things. What should people be telling people about ONPASSIVE if they can't talk about money? What should they be told if you are sharing the opportunity? Marty?
Well, there's nothing wrong. I mean, you can, I looked at one of the templates that the company did, and it says earnings. If you share this and people come in, like for example, I tell people that don't market, don't know anything about it, don't like it. I even tell people that think they're marketers and they're really not. The best thing they could do, one is we'll be able to buy traffic soon. So let's remember that. And they'll drive traffic for you on, on top of what the company's going to do. I would definitely tell everybody to do that. But the other one is you can share. You see now that we have all the links, or not all the links, many of the links are there, and we have one for OMail with a video. I would send that email. I make an email, send that with the video, and let it do the talking. People come into free. They look at OMail, they like it. They find out that they're also getting ONET and OTrim free also. Okay. Now, I talked to Ash last night. He's going to, what you see now is going to be constantly improved, like another button or something else. Like right now, when you go to it, they're going to add something else later that says, if you'd like to learn more, go here. Because some people that will see it right away and go, I want in. That's it. It's free. What is there to think about? Others say, I want to know more about it. Then that will redirect them to another one of your pages where they can see all the information and get to see the whole scope of the company. Some people want that. Some people need that. They're eventually going to see all that as soon as they join. But I would share OMail, and it depends if you know them. If they get in, there's different things you could do. I don't send stuff to people I don't know. I just don't. I send people either people on the list that me and Mike and Dan created. I don't buy lists. I don't do whatever. But if you get them to come into OMail, remember this. Someday, somehow, there'll be something in there for everyone that they're going to need. You don't have to tell anybody to buy something. They're going to. All these products that are in there, they're on high demand right now all over the world. They just have a different title. When they come in, and somebody that use Zoom, for example, and they come in and see Connect, you don't have to sell it. They're going to get a couple of weeks to play with it. And no doubt about it, their mind's going to be made up. I love this because it's more family oriented. It's family oriented all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. It covers all the bases. They'll make that decision. They go back to shut down their Zoom. Now they have OConnect. They buy something, and the person that invited them in gets a commission. And you get a commission. And this goes on and on and on. So I would go for the low hanging fruit, especially people that don't know what they're doing, and never walk up to anybody like you're selling them something. You're just sharing. You're just sharing something. You're not going to sell them a movie. You tell them how good it is, right? You just say, hey, I did this. Why? I told them today on the live. Even now, all emails have a signature that you can put on your email. You could do it every time, or you can have one pre-written. Part of my pre-written will be in the near future, I'm going to be moving to another email provider. And a couple bullet points why I'm doing it. Why I'm doing it. Because believe it or not, why I'm doing it's going to be the same reason everybody else would want to do it. You're not telling anybody what to do, you just tell them what you're doing. And if you're interested in checking it out, click here. And they go to that video, they go to all the stuff. Now you've got, and you're, this is not work. You're leveraging what you're already doing. You're going to get emails, you're going to receive emails, you're going to send emails. And at the bottom, P.S., you have the information about OMail. It's building without trying. The second you act like a marketer, people are going to put a shield up. Uh-oh, what is this guy trying to do? What is he trying to sell me? And by the way, you don't need to sell anything in ONPASSIVE. You don't need to sell it. You just need to point at it. Hey, check this out. They do it, it will sell itself, guaranteed. And remember, anybody that comes in, if you, myself, Mike, and Dan invited, we've had 300 people join in the last 10 days, okay? And they're all free, they're all OMail, whatever. They're floating around ONPASSIVE. But what's happening is they're going to be walking because people are nosy. I'm nosy. You're all nosy. You're intuitive. You want to know. If there's a button, you click it. The whole design of the dashboard was for people to go, what the frick is that? Right? Andy said it. And they're going to see a wallet with 10 coins in it. Next to it, it says each coin's $1. I got $10 for what? Then they go to try to get it, and then there's going to be a thing that says, well, you can have this, but you need to, you see what I mean? It's always going to walk them through it. They're always going to be reminded. And eventually, when Marketplace gets going, it's going to be full of things from A to Z. Healthcare, books, I don't care what, just everything. Big businesses are going to come into ONPASSIVE because they want the tools of ONPASSIVE. They're not here to build ONPASSIVE, they're here to use ONPASSIVE. But what happens when that happens? People in your organization are going to go through the mall of ONPASSIVE. They're going to go to that place. They're going to say, oh, I like this. They click on it. You get a commission. There's going to be commissions we have no idea about. Wow. I'm telling you right now. And I keep forgetting. I got to be remember. What I say? So we got people. I mean, Ask Referrals got stuff in the works that is way beyond anything we could imagine. And I got a crazy imagination, and he's told me some stuff that, and I just went, whoa, okay, I don't want to hear that. I went to bed at 3:30 this morning and got up at 6. Can't even sleep. This is all racing around in my head. But the potential is great. And guess what? I don't care if you're a farmer in Idaho. I don't care if you live in Africa. I don't care if you're Papua New Guinea. You get in, you will win.
Wow.
You will win. It's just that simple. I don't care who it is. Now, our marketer is going to come in and see what I see, what Mike sees, what some of you see, instantly. And they're going to come in and bring a lot of people with them.
Right.
There'll be millions. Remember, right now, we used to be 100% of the company were founders. Now we're about 50%. What's going to happen in 2 months? We'll be 1%, 1/10 of 1%. What's that make? It makes you, as a founder, becomes more valuable. Anyway, I know I'm all over the place, but that's what you get.
Wow.
What's going to come.
I know, sure. Everybody's happy having you all here. So thank you so much. So now, Mike Ellis, let's go back and discuss this. We need to be as careful as we need to be. Ash is not all about money. However, the ecosystem is hanging there with all the tools and services that the entire world needs, and they shall be coming out there to buy them. So what's the most convenient or the most careful way of talking about money when you are discussing on passive with somebody? Because it's sometimes hard not to. So Mike, please.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good question, Comfort. How do you talk to people about ONPASSIVE without talking about money? Number one, you have to stress to people that ONPASSIVE will go to work for you. You have to engage, but ONPASSIVE will go to work for you. And once they understand that ONPASSIVE is going to go to work for you, and Marty said it just a second ago, if you come into ONPASSIVE, you will be successful. So how does that work? How do people look at that? They look at it and they go, how is that going to, how am I going to be successful with ONPASSIVE? Well, you tell them that that Ash Mufareh is going to share the majority or a lot of the wealth coming into ONPASSIVE with us. Everything will go through us. How does that work? What do the numbers look like? And this is where I get pretty excited, probably get in trouble too. But I love the numbers of ONPASSIVE. They're magical. And as I look at let's look at one product of ONPASSIVE that will be coming out shortly. And that's the credit card. And Mr. Mufareh talked about the credit card on his last webinar. And I have to be very, very careful here. It is a $1 trillion annual business. So there are $1 trillion that gets spent on this one product. That's going to be one product of ONPASSIVE. There are other $1 trillion markets of ONPASSIVE that we could talk about. But if we go with the credit card and we take just 25% of that, if Mr. Mufareh is going to share half of the revenue coming in with those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE, is some of that revenue going to trickle down to you? The answer is yes, it is. Do I think he's going to take more than 25% of $1 trillion market? I do. I think he's going to take 50, 60, 70% of that. And I won't get into the reasons why here because it's not time for that yet. And I know Andy, in his mind, those numbers are just spinning. But when you look at a market that big and it's one market of ONPASSIVE and we add 3, 4, 5, 6 other markets that are multi-billion-dollar markets or trillion-dollar markets, and Mr. Mufareh is going to share that revenue with those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE, why wouldn't you want to come in and participate? You can come in for free. Look at the products. See if there's something you want to use. They will use them because they're superior at a lower price point. They're above market value. It just makes so much sense. And when people understand the magnitude of, and I just touched the surface, guys. I talked about $1 trillion industry. Who cares? What's that? And you can say that when you're talking about ONPASSIVE because it's so much bigger than that. And you tell people that just blows them. What do you mean it's bigger than that? It's bigger than $1 trillion industry? Yeah, it is. And these things will be revealed by Mr. Mufareh as we move forward. But once people understand the numbers of ONPASSIVE and how ONPASSIVE is structured to work for you, and really that's the key, to work for you. Once they understand that, it's game over. They're in. They're just coming in. And they can do it very, very conservatively. They don't have to spend anything to come in and get their account in the OES back office. And then from there, they just come in gradually. One other thing about the numbers, just very, very quick. If it's okay, guys.
Yes.
You talk about coming into ONPASSIVE, and Marty said it earlier. We started out with 1 million customers because everybody's a customer coming into ONPASSIVE initially. And today, Mr. Mufareh told us that as we launched the products to ONPASSIVE, OConnect, commercially to the world, we have 2 million now. It's not 1 million, it's 2 million. We're 50% of ONPASSIVE now. We used to be 100%, those individuals participating. But it's so much bigger than that. ONPASSIVE is going to continue to bring in individuals and place them under those individuals participating. Everything has to come through us. And let's say ONPASSIVE comes in and you get 3 sales from ONPASSIVE, or 5 or 10. From 10 it goes to 50. From 50 it goes to 100. And you go, well, that's pretty nice. That's okay, but it's more than that. I can guarantee you that the individuals coming into ONPASSIVE, as they see the products of ONPASSIVE, they're not going to buy just one. So all of a sudden, that one sale, it becomes 2. It's still one person, but they bought 2 products. Now they brought 3. Now they brought 4. Now they bought 5. Now you do that over 100 people. It's not 100 sales. It's 500 sales. Now you get commissions on each one of those sales. This could happen very, very quickly, or it could happen over 3 or 6 months. Who cares? There is no other opportunity online that you can come and get involved with that will go to work for you and put sales underneath you. And over time, you will be in a position where you get that income, and it will keep coming in day after day, week after week, month after month. So that's kind of some of the compounding effect of ONPASSIVE, what they do, how they do it, and why they're going, and what they're going to do for you. Hopefully I didn't say anything I wasn't supposed to, Marty, but just that was just real quick.
Yes, it doesn't seem like you said anything wrong, because I was looking at everybody's face and they seem to be comfortable with what you are saying.
Good,
So,
good.
So Andy, it's about figures here. So while Mike was speaking, John Barilla asked whether the card is going to be a debit or a credit card. Apart from that, would you like to comment on that too? And the fact that we would have about 10, I don't know whether it's 10 billion or 10 million customers a year and stuff. What would that mean to us? But then would you like to touch on the card thing too, from your perspective, please?
Yeah, the first of all, the card is a prepaid card. In other words, any profits you make can go on that card, and you can then spend it as you would a debit card, because it has a value on the card. The other thing is about the numbers. We haven't really started yet, and we're already getting or seeing 35,000 odd people register every day. Now, some of these guys are just simply registering because they see us on the Burj Khalifa or in the DIC, the station at Dubai Internet City, or because they saw the supercars the other day. This is just the start of the branding, of the marketing, and it's been done in Dubai for a reason. Dubai is probably the safest city I've ever been to and lived in. I absolutely adored that fact, because, you know, everywhere else you ever go, there are potential issues. But in Dubai, no, it doesn't exist. Now, in addition to that, Dubai wants to be the next Silicon Valley. But it's not Silicon Valley as such, it's Silicon Country. It's where all the technology will go to. Yeah, and anybody looking for technology will go to Dubai first. That's what they're trying to achieve here, and that's what they will achieve based on what they're doing. Now, figures are a great thing, and sooner or later this will get to the stage where it's not 35,000 people coming in a day. It's 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 1 million people a day will look at the value that we have because of the products that are available and the value that they provide based upon whatever it might be similar in the industry. And I'll take the video conferencing platform as a good example. Ours is, we've tested this at over 80,000 people on the call. This sends bandwidth to people in areas where there is poor internet connection so that they can be on the call. They can have their video on, and they can listen in. So what's actually happened with this is the Dubai government, and I said that correctly, the Dubai government has done an arrangement with us for us to be able, on Passive, to be able to provide OConnect for their events. Now, whether that's a concert or a seminar or a business event or an expo, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that anybody could be on that call. We could have 1 billion people on one call because we're not limited to 20,000. We've already tested it well over 80,000. So we have a product that is far super. This is just one of over 50, by the way, guys. So we've tested this product over 80,000. It's one of over 50 products that's coming out or being released to the market that is value for money. Now, who in their right mind will start to make use of a far superior product and start to get paid to use the product and then go, do you know what? I don't want this one anymore. I'm going to go to this one. That's nuts. It doesn't happen. Right. So once this thing goes viral, and I have no doubt it will do, there are going to be millions of people coming in day on day on day. And bear in mind, guys, we have a current customer base today of over 5 billion people, because every single person that uses the internet will find value with the products that we have to offer. And that 5.3 odd billion is expanding day on day on day. So if you want part of it, have a look, see what we've got, use the free products. And they are far superior to what else is available. I love the social media platform. We don't have, it's a correction to the corruption. We don't have people trawling kids. We don't cyberbully. We don't have a fake account because you have to prove who you are. Just come and have a look at that. And invite your friends. Do something worthwhile. Now, those friends then look at it and they share it with their friends and so on and so on. And this just grows anyway. Thanks, Comfort. Back to you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Andy. That's just, that was mind blowing. So, Amos, this meeting is a public webinar. It's for anybody and everybody. So if you have potential affiliates or customers waiting, then you can share it with them. This is in public information. Anybody can benefit from it. So, Brother Bob, if you are here, a lot has been said. I just want to leave it open for you to comment, after which I have a specific question for Marty and a specific one for, I think, Collins. And so that we'll start rounding up, please. You need to unmute yourself, please.
Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you for giving me the floor again. Let's see. So, again, just my reaction to the happenings of today. Okay. I haven't really had the chance to see to follow through with everything happening. I've been working since morning, but I took some time out and I've watched the video of the oatmeal video. And it was just dazzling to me. It was right on point. Short video, I think it's like 1 minute and 35 seconds. And they just give you 5 features of oatmeal. That's what that video does. And it just captures you. Every CEO or CIO, business people, they're going to look at that video, that oatmeal video, and they're going to want it. One, it tells you that we have what? We have speech to text. We have immersive video mail. Video mail, that's a feature that it's not in the market right now. You have text to speech, folder lock, and then spam. So let me just, when I saw that this is what is going on in my mind, I just want to point out here. So someone could actually, a lot of people work nowadays. You work and I have my work email out on my phone. I'm driving, I'm reading my email. I'm trying to respond to something. So here's what oatmeal, which is a free product, here's what oatmeal does. It gives you that ability. So I could be driving, gives me that ability to actually compose an email and send to my team. I can record an email while driving. I'm concentrating on the road. I'm driving and I'm sending an email out. And at the same time, I could also read the email. I could let the email read for me. How about this? Every CEO at the end of the year, most CEOs, they write to their various teams, to their companies, they make broadcast messages and all that. How about a CEO just sitting in front of his desk in his office and sends out a video mail to the entire corporation? One email, one video mail. Everybody sees it. You don't have to click something to play. As you open the email, it reads the email is your CEO or your founder or whoever is talking to you for up to 3 minutes. The folder lock thing, security. Most CEOs, most executives, they have administrative assistants. What does that do? What does that do? So that gives them that privacy. You know, your administrative assistant has access to your emails. They compose emails for you. They do things for you, just like you, the CEO, is doing. That lock email, that lock folder gives that executive that opportunity to keep confidential proprietary company information that the administrative assistant does not need to see.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
and of course the trash thing where you can select and send everything to trash. So that 1 minute 35 seconds video is very effective for us to share to people who have and to introduce our own meal. That's just what I wanted to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Of course. Thank you. Thanks so much. I think really quick to you first, Marty. This is just I think it's a straight to the point question, but it's important we ask and so it helps a great lot. So, can new potential affiliates share their link if they successfully register? Like there are some people who are just interested, they're asking, and they sign up now as we speak. Are they also allowed to go ahead and share a link from their own ecosystem to further to other people?
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, I would recommend they could share that video that Bob just talked about. Whatever they have. In fact, I'm encouraging people that are joining now to do what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I said, bring your family in, share this. In fact, when Collins got a hold of me, I was writing up an email to give people they know, and I tell them, let them do the same. What you do is you leverage what you're doing, because listen, if you have 5 people doing what you're doing, and those 5 tell 5 people, you know what I mean? It grows into unbelievable, right? So yeah, definitely you want to share it, because in one of the emails from ONPASSIVE, it says the potential of earning. The way they wrote it was very, very good. I I found it today. I didn't see it before. So I copied that, added something to the bottom of it, and I'm making emails to send to people to use. Absolutely. Because if you're bringing people in, family members, people from all over the different world, you tell them, look, you can invite people on and you can invite people in, potentially make a commission. That's what people want to hear. That's what people need. How do I do that? Send this.
Mm-hmm.
It's already to you. Just send it. You put your link there and send it. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody can do it. As soon as you're in, you it's yours, just like ours. It's the same, really. And they should do that, actually.
All right. Okay, thank you. Thanks so much. I think we've spent already over 1 hour here. I already think that we've been holding the people a lot, and there's still a long list of questions. So let's adjourn this for tomorrow, guys. We can't exhaust this now. So, however, I'll just let the leaders go around again a second each to just say something, what should people take home this evening? What should people be doing? A lot of people are watching us now who are not yet part of ONPASSIVE, and they are surely interested. What should they be doing? So, Collins, you may go first, please.
Wow. Yeah. One of the things I always recommend to all the founders and those who are joining is to know your OES, because that's where the magic is. Understand what is happening, go watch webinars, like watch all the live show, Maddie, Red, Mike Ellis is here, and those who are doing a lot of live shows. Watch and you will learn a lot. There is no way you can watch a live show without learning something from it. You know, ONPASSIVE is really massive. You know, this particular person can say something, you go here, they say something, you say, oh my God, it clicks. So I will recommend people to watch and then pay attention, read updates in the OES, because now we are in the greatest moment we will ever get. And if you miss this opportunity, information is key to ONPASSIVE. You miss it, you'll be successful, but I said you will grow like snails, because we said it's not a get rich quick business. It's not a get rich quick, but if you want to get there fast and listen to what all these guys are saying, that's why I will recommend. Pay attention, go there and watch it. Log into your OES even 5, 6, 7 times. Go to all the live updates and everything, read it, and you'll be fine.
Okay, all right, thank you. So Andy, this morning I was just laughing because when you said that a lot have changed at the back office, many people when they came back said nothing has changed, because I believe that maybe they're still afraid that maybe they'll break something. So when Colin says you should know your OES, what should people be clicking and what should they not click? Because as it stands, some people don't yet know where the change has taken place because they're afraid to click.
Everything. Look, there's the whole point of the ecosystem is for you to explore around. So if you're someone sitting on the fence and you're not quite sure what's going on, why not register for free with an email by someone that's introduced you? Register with an email. Now you've got an email system that is far better than what you've got already. So you can wipe out whatever you've got already. But if you're like me, I've got 2,000 odd contacts on my previous email. Just one of the addresses, I hasten to add. There are several, but just one. So as Marty said, we get a video that I can then send to people and say, by the way, guys, I've moved across this exceptional new opportunity. Bang. There's the video. There's the link. Do what you will. Not a problem. If you're serious about wanting to build an income and you have no clue as to how to build a business, you need to take a closer look at what we have to offer, because this will help you and it's done for you. As I said, I'm a numbers guy. I have no clue about marketing, and to be quite frank with you, half of the products that they've already got, I haven't got a clue as to how they work. But I know that electricity works, so if I turn the switch, the light comes on. That's all I need to know. It's all I need to know. So if you're sitting on the fence, take something free, have a look around, and then you can make your choice. Simple. Thanks, Comfort.
Thank you, Andy. So, Brother Bob, any closing remark from your end, please?
I keep forgetting that I'm muted. Yes.
No.
So, some people might be fooled to think that you don't have to do anything, or yes, the system is designed to work for you. I think earlier you said, you asked us to, what should we tell people who say that the system is a get rich quick scheme, or what should we tell them? Let's remember, this system is designed to work for us. So that might confuse some people to thinking that, oh, that's what it is. No, but even though you are not doing anything, something within the system is working for you 24/7. The system is designed and built from scratch to work around the clock. You see, if you remember that the system is integrated, all the products are integrated, they talk to each other, they are automated. That means they are working, they are doing tasks that normally people should do behind the scenes, and then it is being powered by artificial intelligence. Then we should know that that is what is happening behind the scenes. However, you have a role to play too. The system will do her part. Mr. Ash has told us, come on, join me, I'll take you to the top. But you need to know a few things, right? You need to know how to get into the OES. You will need to know how to connect your wallet to to your bank account, you need to know certain things. And then the system does the rest for you. So there's a partnership here between us and this system that is a 21st century revolutionary technology that has never been seen before. So it's a relationship between us and the system. And you must know your part. It's very limited, not technical, but just plug in.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, bro. Thanks. So, Mike Ellis,
Yeah.
let's hear from you, please. Last remark.
Yeah, just very quickly, Comfort. And I want to piggyback off of what Bob was talking about. Yeah, the system was made for us. It's made for us to succeed, and you will succeed. And everybody that's listening, whether you're in or you're not in, you will be in eventually. And I know a lot of people come in and they want to get to that place quicker, but they're just not quite sure how to do it. They just don't know if they can do it. But I can tell you, you have talents that you've never explored. And I want to use an example. And I'm going to use Comfort. I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, Comfort called me and she brought me on one of these webinars that she does. When she did it, she had a very, very small following, didn't have that many people that knew her, but she decided she was going to step forward and do a couple of little things. And she's found out the talents that she has, and they're immense. When I listened to Comfort the first time, flat out, I thought she was a rising star, period. Now, I didn't know what Comfort was going to do. I knew she was a rising star. And if she kept doing what she was doing, even though at the time she didn't have very much, but today, Comfort is a star. She's not a rising star. She is a star. Everybody in ONPASSIVE knows Comfort. Everybody knows what Comfort does. Everybody knows that Comfort has great information for them. And anybody that comes in and talks to Comfort about ONPASSIVE, they're in. It is as simple as that. This is you. This is me. This is the people coming into ONPASSIVE today. You can do what Comfort has done, but you just have to step out. It's not hard. And you've got a whole community here that's going to support you. And over time, if you come in and just do what you can do, and maybe it's not what Comfort does, maybe it's what Bob is talking about, what everybody here is talking about, Marty and Andy and Collins. Do what you can do, and then do it consistently over time. If you do that, you will get to the place you want to get to quicker. You're going to get there anyway with ONPASSIVE. Absolutely. I can guarantee that. You are going to get there. You are going to be successful. But if you want to get there quicker, lose the fears that you might have. You have talents that you don't even know about. Come on in, engage, and just do what Comfort has done over the last 2.5 years. It truly is amazing. And she's the perfect example of what can happen if you're just consistent with what you're doing. So, and this is for everybody, the people that are in or the people that are coming in. Just get with Comfort. She'll help you. That's it, Comfort. Go ahead.
That was very, very encouraging. Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you. We appreciate that. So, Marty, over to you. One quick last word, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, listen to everybody. Look, the main thing is choice. If you're living the life that you wanted and you have all the choices you need, you don't need to come in here at all, I guess, if you don't want to. But I'm saying this. If you want to change things in your life and you've been looking around, what can I do? Yeah, you can work overtime. You could trade your time for hours and all that, but that doesn't add up. The math doesn't work. This business can give you choices in your life that you probably didn't think were even possible. That's what I believe. I also believe the platform was set up for success. I don't care what your passion is. I don't care who you are. In fact, everybody here. I also knew Comfort a couple of years ago, and all I wanted to do is get in front of Ask because he's going to see what I saw, and he saw it. He asked for her every week. And all of you, Andy, the pro guys, right? 2 years ago, okay, maybe they didn't know, but I told them then, you guys do the, you can help people push them, but they got to fly. All of them soared. And now look now, everybody knows who they are. But here's the point. I've heard people say, well, you're lucky, he's lucky, and she's lucky. Luck has nothing to do with it. You step out and you go for it. Listen, this is a big, big highway. There's thousands of lanes. Take your lane and slam that gas pedal to the floor. You can do whatever you want to do in ONPASSIVE. You can have a passion and become wealthy from your passion. I believe that without a doubt. I have proven it to people. They brought up, I said, name a subject, and I'll tell you what you can do. Boom, boom, boom. You walk right through it. ONPASSIVE, don't look at just titles. Look at what it really is. It's the choice of a lifetime that you will not get anywhere else. You will not get this choice anywhere else on the planet. And that's what I would tell people. Get in and listen, like everyone here said, what do you have to lose? Get in and test it. You'll see what we made. It will sell itself. You don't know anybody on this panel, some of you, when you watch this a year from now. Get in and you see what we're talking about. You'll find out. You find out for yourself. That's all I got.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, team. It's ended up on a note. I was just like, oh, I'm just freezing on my seat here. Thank you. It's so encouraging and so uplifting. Everything that we're doing here is a team effort. And of course, it's because of the support from all of you. Guys, everybody can do the same and even much better. I really appreciate. And I think we are all moving on together. So if you are watching us that maybe for the first time here, kindly go ahead and subscribe. We're running on about 7 channels. We're also on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. Click the bell if you are happy with the information. We are coming back really soon for you guys. And of course, we have a link. There's a link on Facebook. There are links spotted all over the place. Even the people watching here, everybody is happy to share a link and help you, walk you through the ecosystem. Have a look. No harm in trying. Click around. Fumi and myself, we say just go around, walk the beautiful streets of our ecosystem. And by the time you go around it, you come back, you're like, wow, did I just see what I saw? And of course, that's true, guys. Go for it if you are new. So don't forget to subscribe because we come here like on a daily basis to keep you informed and updated. Thank you, wonderful panel, great leaders. Thank you, family, and see you again soon, guys. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.